Hey everybody, welcome to the channel where we talk about 3D printing and radio-controlled airplanes. This video is about the version 3 updates, where we took a slicer quirk and turned it into a design feature. Specifically, so you can get the best performance out of these new machines. Please like and subscribe. It does help the channel out. And if you want, you can go on our website and get files. So we're going to talk about what the slicer quirk was, what is the design change to mimic this quirk, and how it works with all the slicers. All right, let's get started. So this is Cura 4.11 with the SoarKraft test part, version 1, and the SoarKraft settings. Now in these settings, I have the outer before inner wall parameter checked. So this setting is what I thought was doing this feature in the slicing, but it's not. It has nothing to do with this. However, Cura on its own, with the way that I had my file set up, would print the entire outer perimeter first before printing any of the inner features. And it was rather consistent at doing this. The parts that I printed this way typically came out really nice. So here is the same version 1 test part in the PrusaSlicer with the Arachne Perimeter Engine. Now the Arachne Perimeter Engine does a really good job of printing thin wall features, but the outer perimeter is not one consistent extrusion. It has stopping points, and every time the extruder stops and travels, it leaves a blemish on the outer surface. Right, here's an example of those blemishes on the outer skin. And in the new versions of Cura, this same Arachne Perimeter Engine acts the same way. And it was finally time to buy one of the new generation printers, this Bamboo Lab X1C. And in Bamboo Labs, I loaded up my favorite wing, and of course, it has the same printing characteristics as PrusaSlicer. And as fast as it could print, I knew it could be better and faster if I could get it to print one continuous outer extrusion. So what I was hoping to do was to figure out how to make the CAD model work so that the slicers would print the outer surface first before printing all the inner features, just like Cura 4.11 did for really good skins. So here is the new geometry part, version 3, in the PrusaSlicer with the same configuration file as before. This new geometry causes the slicer to slice the part differently. It will see the outer skin as one continuous piece. And in doing so, it will print the outer skin as one continuous piece and then print the inner features. Sometimes it prints the inner features first and then prints the outer features. But for the most part, it consistently prints the outer perimeter as one piece without any interruptions, making a nice, consistent skin, a nice, continuous airfoil. And PrusaSlicer with these files easily works with most printers. So there are other design techniques out there, such as something like this, which is a vase mode part where you basically make slits in the skin in order to make the structure on the interior. Well, this type of vase mode part doesn't work with the geometry that I want to have for my design parts. I want to have a multi-thickness front leading edge, as well as to have a single thickness for the rest of the skin for a lightweight structure that is very strong and can really take a lot of abuse. So as the technology has been evolving and the slicers have been changing, I wanted my parts to be the best that they possibly could be and be able to run on the best printers. So in getting this perimeter before inner slicing method to work with PrusaSlicer, it also works with the underlying open source slicer that is the basis for Bamboo Studio, pretty much the same way that PrusaSlicer slices it. Which means it's also compatible with OrcaSlicer, which is an open source version of Bamboo Studio, which can be used on other printers. And the new design can easily be sliced by the new Simplify 3D 5.0 and also interface directly with the Bamboo Labs printer. And of course, still be able to slice with Cura Slicer, whatever version you want to use. So all of the current models have been updated with this new design method, and we have some new models coming out. We will have more videos about printing and printing with the new printer and printing with different materials. And if you need more information, go to the website where there is configuration files and the test part and information on new materials. And we'll try to keep it updated as new things come out. Thanks for watching.